Welcome to Six Rings and Counting. We still exist. I'm Corey Idle. Joining me as always, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Lou Willard. Lou, what's shaking?
Oh, not a whole lot. You know, holidays get in the way, so I had to miss a week. I love you guys, but I'd rather go see my son out in Colorado Springs for Thanksgiving. We were going to do a show, but the service wasn't going to work out anyway. When I was talking to you,
Yeah,
it got to be real sketch. So I'm like, by the time we would have tried to record, it would have been a hot mess. You think the show's a hot mess now? It'd have been bad.
well, if it makes you feel any better, most people that try and talk to me feel like it's a bit sketch. So
Yeah, and a hot mess and bad.
yeah, all of that. And speaking of a hot mess, hey, we're here to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers coming off a interesting 26-7 loss to the Buffalo Bills. More like James Cook in one running play ran 18 damn times.
Yeah,
But that's okay.
they ran two running plays.
Yep.
It's amazing, and there's really not two plays. There's one play. You just run it each way.
Yeah, exactly. They had James Cook out there looking like O.J. Simpson, and the only good thing for us as Steelers fans is if James Cook follows in O.J.'s footsteps.
Ooh.
Allegedly.
Ooh, we don't want anybody to die, man.
Allegedly.
But you going back to that Kiss the reviews now, dude. You going to your horror reviews.
Hey man, look, I'm 6-6 on the season, and it doesn't look great. I'm a little fired up today.
Yeah, you did take the hard pill.
Yep.
You took the hard pill this week in fantasy. So now you just playing to knock somebody else. Well, you playing to knock our producer out. Matter of fact, you beat him. He's probably out.
And I would like to say this for any Lions fans that might accidentally tune in. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who I adore as a football player, as a fantasy asset, can go fuck himself. That's all I want to say. Moving on to the Steelers. Lou, am I crazy to say our season starts Sunday at 1 p.m.?
Yeah, the thing is, the Steelers are the team this year with 9 lives.
Mm-hmm.
The roster, when you look at the roster is a playoff winning roster. This team, I know this is going to sound crazy to people, and myself included. This team can make a Super Bowl run. It has that kind of talent on it. 100%. It really does. I know you're lacking at receiver, but Adam Thielen can fill a weak number 2 spot. I mean, the dude, you released 34-year-old Darius Slay, and you got older by picking up 35-year-old Adam Thielen. But nonetheless, it does start. But they're a team of 9 lives, and I say this because even if they lose Sunday, Baltimore's schedule down the stretch says they're going to lose 3 more games. They're going to go 8-9. All Pittsburgh has to do is go 9-8. The problem now becomes, who'd have ever thought, the Bengals. You better hope Buffalo beat Cincinnati this weekend, because if they don't, Cincinnati may win out. Unless they lose the second Baltimore game, which means Pittsburgh has to beat Baltimore. You got to beat them at least once anyway, but it would really help to beat them tomorrow.
That would be a good jump start. And just to give you guys an idea out there what Lou's talking about, the Ravens, outside of the Steelers game Sunday, we have the Bengals, the Patriots, the Packers, and then the Steelers again. And only one of those, I believe, are a home game.
Yeah, so you look at it, they finish up, the last 2 games are on the road. I want to say, well, the last one's in Pittsburgh. The one prior to that, I want to say, is in New England or Green Bay. But
it is in New England.
So they're going to lose. They're going to lose Green Bay.
I lied.
They're going to
lose
the
Baltimore.
Patriots.
It's in Baltimore. I lied to you. It's in Cincinnati. It's in Green Bay. It's in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Their only home game is against the Patriots.
But the bottom line is they're going to lose Green Bay. They're going to lose the Patriots. There's 8 losses. Mm-hmm. We'll split with them. There's your 9th loss. It really is. We're going to split with them. And that's it. While the Pittsburgh Steelers have the Dolphins on Monday night in Pittsburgh, which they should win because it's cold. You got to go to Cleveland and win. You got to be able to beat Shador. Even with Cleveland's defense, I don't care if you win 9-3. You got to go win that game. Then your split with Baltimore gives you 9 wins. Only team you got to worry about is Cincinnati, and I don't know how the tiebreakers go. Because in order for Cincinnati to have been there, they will have swept the Ravens. I know they still played Cleveland once, and they split. They will have split with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So
yeah, the Bengals schedule moving forward is soft as baby shit.
Yes,
they are. They got the Bills in Buffalo. Then they got the Ravens at home. They got the Dolphins in Miami. They got the Cardinals in Cincinnati, and they got the Browns in Cincinnati.
See, that's what I'm saying. So if the Bills beat them, you're good.
Yep.
Problem is, I think they're going to give the Bills hell. Remember, the last couple of times they've been to Buffalo, they won, including the playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
The year, I think, was the year they ended up going to the Super Bowl. They won their first playoff game in Buffalo in the snow. So if they win this week, you're going to become a Raven fan real quick if Cincinnati win this week, as long as Pittsburgh do what they're supposed to do. Because you don't want it to come down to a tiebreaker, because I'm not sure how that goes. I know it starts with the head-to-head, which they split. Then it goes division record, which I don't know who. Pittsburgh should be 1-2. Pittsburgh should be 3-1 in the division right now with the 2 games against Baltimore to go. So if they split, they will go 4-2, while Cincinnati lost to Pittsburgh. There's 1, but they beat the Ravens, they beat the Browns, and they still have, the Ravens and the Browns to go.
Yeah. They very easily could. And just everybody who might be holding out hope wild card wise, Bills are sitting 8-4. Jags and Colts are tied at 8-4. Texans are nipping their heels at 7-5. Broncos are 10-2. Chargers are 8-4, and the floundering Chiefs are 6-6. We ain't getting a wild card.
No, neither is Kansas City.
No, Kansas City's done.
Matter of fact, Kansas City is all but officially eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
They need Denver to fall off a cliff, which they can't catch them anyways. There's not enough games left.
No.
I mean, there's 5 left, and they're 4 behind. They're not catching them. No. I mean, they need them to fall off a cliff while they all of a sudden start playing well. So they're not. This playoff is going to look completely different.
It's going to be.
It's
weird.
not going to have. It's not going to have Kansas City. There's a chance it won't have Buffalo, and it won't have the Steelers or the Ravens. One of the two's not going, and it won't contain a high-powered Cincinnati offense. I mean,
there's a chance neither the Steelers or Ravens go, and the Bengals make it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it may not have the Steelers or the Ravens. One of them isn't going.
This is about to be a really exciting sprint to the end.
I'll tell you who's going to the Super Bowl. As of right now, I can tell you who's going to the Super Bowl in the AFC. It'll be the Houston Texans.
Okay.
You look at teams peaking at the right time. Don't look at the records. Look at teams peaking at the right time. And that team started off rough. And now they're getting back on their feet. And now they got their quarterback back. And all of a sudden they look a lot better. And they're looking better it's still, I mean, it ain't too early because you only got 5 games left, but they're looking headed in the right direction for sure. Why the Colts is falling off. Denver's being steady Eddie, but they're a huge benefit of their schedule. But you still got to win the games. New England looks good, but they're a huge benefit of the schedule, beneficiary of the schedule. But they're winning the games. But if Pittsburgh can somehow back in the playoffs as a division winner, what wild card teams scare you coming there? Buffalo doesn't even scare me again if they came in.
No. Chargers don't scare you. Buffalo doesn't scare you.
Oh, Buffalo or Chargers definitely don't scare me coming to Pittsburgh.
Colts or Jags, I'm not worried about that.
Colts or Jags, no. The Texans doesn't scare me, even though I said that's my pick to go to Super Bowl out of AFC. But they don't scare me. You wouldn't. Their defenses. Everybody talking about Denver. That Texans defense is the best defense in the league.
Oh, it's legit.
I don't know what everybody watching, and maybe I don't know. They looking at records or what. I'm just looking at the games. That defense is better than Cleveland's defense. And Cleveland has a top 3 defense. Cleveland might be the best. I could be wrong there, but they're neck and neck in my opinion. So that's going to be interesting. So Pittsburgh, they get in and they get that home playoff game. You can draw warm weather Jacksonville, warm weather if Jacksonville doesn't win the division. You can draw. So you're going to draw a warm weather Jacksonville, a dome team out of either Houston or Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. Those are your options there. 2 dome teams and a warm weather team. Warm weather LA.
Yep.
And the worst case scenario for Pittsburgh is they draw Buffalo because they're used to playing in the cold just like Pittsburgh is.
Right. And this Buffalo team again.
But the team doesn't scare me. I understand what happened last week, but it doesn't scare me.
Let's type hypothetically. I know what happened. Everybody knows what happened last time. Hypothetically, we're facing a playoff team again. The Bills, the Ravens, whoever we would happen to catch. Do we have the coaching staff right now to actually win a playoff game, or are we just another one and done?
No, it's one and done, and that's what should cost them their job.
Yeah.
I mean, because, see, when I was talking earlier, I said they don't scare me. I don't even think they scared our players.
Yeah.
But the coaches won't get out of the way. When you get players starting to come out talking about we're being out schemed, that is Morse code for we're being out coached.
Yes.
Players don't draw the scheme up. Coaches do. That I don't know if everybody knows that or not. A player goes and does what they're told to do. Now, what you saw in Buffalo, guys weren't even in position to stop those runs. And then Joey Porter kept losing contain when they did decide to bounce it. But when why are we not just putting Y.A. Black at nose guard? Simply because he's a large human being. Right. And Ben outweighs my old ass by 50 pounds. I mean, come on. And that's the nose guard. For y'all don't know, I'm 255. This dude is 305.
Yeah.
That is nowhere near big enough to play nose guard against a team that want to run the inside zone on you play after play after play after play. And then he won't take on the double team. He keep trying to split it instead of getting your hands out in both dudes' chests and holding them up. Yeah, you're going to get put on skis, but that at least allows the linebackers to run. So it's just a hot mess. They need to get him out of there. They got him in the wrong space. When they put him where he belongs, in the 3 technique, outside over the guard, dude looked like a Pro Bowl player. I don't understand that. And so that goes back. That's a long-winded way to answer your question. Is the coaching staff good enough? I just gave you examples of why they're not.
Right.
Because of the refusal to change and refusal to make adjustments.
And what causes that? Is that ego? Is it just ego? Plain and simple.
Ego. You the smartest man in the room, which you should never want to be the smartest man in the room.
No.
Unless you're helping this room grow while you leave this room and go to the next one where you are not the smartest man in the room.
100%.
And these guys will not change for love nor money. It's like their way or the highway. And it's going to be the highway because the shit ain't working. I mean, if you don't believe us, watch the tape. Like everybody's watching the tape. What are they watching that makes you think this is going to work?
Now, I'm going to ask you a very weird question that I already know the answer to. Because everyone, the majority of people, myself included, loves the aura of Mike Tomlin. Have we overrated him a little bit? Is he a really good coach, but he's not he's not an Andy Reid, a Bill Belichick, one of these best guys still coaching?
No. Remember everybody thought they overrated Andy Reid?
Yeah.
And they didn't. What happened was his time just ran out. That's all that's happened here. His time ran out. And I swear to God, if I hear one more person go, boy, Pittsburgh regretting that George Pickens trade. Look,
no.
And then I'll get back to that. No, you're not. Number one, couple things. He wouldn't be doing what he's doing in Dallas. He wouldn't be doing that in Pittsburgh.
Nope. 2,
he didn't want to be here. The guys in the locker room that he was playing with didn't want him here. Kudos to him. Let him go. Pittsburgh has not lost that trade yet. people that tell me they have, how can you honestly say that? Who's the 3rd round draft pick that Pittsburgh got? We don't know yet. It could be the next George Pickens. It could be. Yeah. It won't be, but just throwing a hypothetical, it could be the next Jerry Rice. It could be the next Tom Brady or Montana. You don't know who that is, so you can't judge that trade for 4 more years. And Pickens is only acting right because he got his money, or because he's playing for his money. When he get his money, he'll cut a fool. They'll find out. And then everybody, Tomlin they let go of Tomlin. He'll have a job before he leaves his office. Well, y'all say that like that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing for him. And here's the kicker. Why can't that be a good thing for Pittsburgh? Everybody, well, it worked out for Andy Reid. Andy Reid did. No, what y'all forgetting is it worked out for the Eagles. Yeah. They've gotten to 3 Super Bowls and won 2 of them. If my math is right, they've been to 3 and 1 too.
Yep.
But so it worked out for them. Andy Reid has since won 4.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a win-win for everybody. Why can't it be a win-win for the Steelers and Mike Tomlin? Because Andy Reid doesn't have anything bad to say about the Eagles. The Eagles don't have anything bad to say about Andy Reid. Guess what? The gig was just up. So to answer your question again with another long-winded answer, like I'm a fucking politician. Yes, no, he's not being overrated as a coach. Okay. Mike Tomlin's killing Mike Tomlin because Mike Tomlin won't change. Now, you can take that I'm not changing attitude to the Giants or the Jets, somebody dying to win, and they'll all buy into it. Do you realize everybody talking about the fire Mike Tomlin chance? That wasn't the kicker. They booed Renegade. That has never.
That was crazy.
That's never happened. It's the first time in the history of the Steelers playing Renegade, the stadium booed Renegade. It's a wrap. I don't care if they go to the playoffs and win 1 or 2 games. That's when you sit. It's like fantasy football, sell high.
Yeah.
You come to him, especially if they win a Super Bowl and he want to keep coaching. If I'm him, and Pittsburgh will not happen, 0.01%, but if they won a Super Bowl this year, if I'm him, I'm walking away. I'm getting out white. Getting is good. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because right now he's trying to force their hand to have to find when they don't want to do that. But so if Pittsburgh can win this division, win a playoff game or 2, I can see him making the AFC Championship game. The team has that talent. If the coaches get out of the way, they have that talent.
That's what's so frustrating about this team. Yes. That's why people are booing shit like Renegade. It's like, don't try and get us hyped up when you got a fucking coaching staff down there that, albeit they've kept the same stony face all season. Now, do I want some psycho like Buddy Ryan down there or Woody Hayes punching people? No, I don't. Do I want some emotion and some actual hey guys, this isn't what we do? Am I the problem? Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I've never understood the lack of self-reflection.
He's never. See, that's different. Emotion on the sideline, you're never going to get. He's never done it.
Right.
Only time he's done it is when his players, like when he had to snatch up Marquise Pouncey.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't because we were getting our ass kicked. That's because he got in a fight on the field and cost us. We had to use timeout.
Right.
But as far as he's not going to show any type of emotion. Now, he does backstage, but now you have former players saying it's time for Mike to go. Debo saying it. Big Ben came out and said he should go coach Penn State.
Yep.
And he's not wrong.
Oh, no, that's dominated college. But
first off, that's not going to happen now, and they just hired Matt Campbell. But I think Mike Tomlin, in order to stay, if he wants to keep coaching, Pittsburgh needs to get a hold of the Giants. The Mayors and the Rooneys go way back.
Mm-hmm.
They need to call and be like, would you be interested in Mike? The answer is yes.
Yo.
And then, okay, let us talk to Mike. And I'm talking, let this game finish Sunday, win, lose, or draw, and talk to him about what's going to happen after that last game. And I mean after the last game, when you walk out that stadium, the meeting Monday, what's going to happen? We're amicably parting ways. Because we don't want to fire you. Will you accept the trade to the New York Giants? Because he has a no trade clause in his contract.
Right.
So he has to accept the trade. And then you tell the Giants, I want 2 number 1 picks. Here's the problem with that. Mike Tomlin is now coaching a team who won't have 2 number 1 picks the first 2 years he's there.
Right.
Okay, the benefit that you have. So maybe you go a 1 and a 3. And if you really just want rid of him, you take the number 1 pick and be done with it. Mm-hmm. Because Mike Tomlin would love that team. You know why? They have Scatterboo. All he want to do is run the ball.
Right.
And then they have a young kid in Dart who plays like Big Ben played, except he's not Big Ben's size. So I was telling Mindy the other night, we were watching the game on that Monday night. I said, this kid ain't going to last because he don't know how to slide. And he got his ass rocked on the sideline. Mm-hmm. After missing 2 games from a concussion. Why take that hit? And everybody, if that's Patrick Mahomes, that's a flag. Yes, but it's still a legal hit.
Right.
But yes, they would have thrown a flag if it was Mahomes or, one of these top tier. If it was Rodgers, one of these top tier quarterbacks, they would. Now Rodgers isn't a top tier quarterback, but he has a reputation.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it would have been a flag, even though it's a legal hit. This kid ain't earned that, But Mike Tomlin, and then he has Malik Neighbors. That team would be attractive, and he has that defense isn't bad in New York.
No, defense is solid in there.
They're just on the field the whole game. But they have a hell of a defensive line. That's right up Mike Tomlin's alley. That's the place he needs to go. And I would love to see him go there after winning the Super Bowl. If he wins the Super Bowl, we can get a first and a second for him. I'm talking about I'm being greedy. I mean, so win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We get.
I'm laughing at the fact that we're going to win a Super Bowl. That's
no. What I tell you, 0.01%.
Yeah. I can't even allow my brain to go there. I'm like,
go there. We're not making the playoffs.
Say word.
Yeah, we're not going to the playoffs. This was just there's enough doom and gloom shows out there. We're just trying to keep this lightweight positive today. We ain't going to the playoffs.
No, I like it.
You want to see him get fired in the season, lose that Monday night game at home in the cold of Miami. He may get fired that night.
Well, here's the thing. I don't want to see him get fired. Like I said, I like Mike.
He shouldn't want to see himself get fired.
He has lost this team. And
there you go.
I can't figure out why he doesn't see it.
For the first time in 18, 19 years, he's lost the team.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yep, he's lost the team. I'm one of the biggest Tomlin guys you're gonna find. And I hate to see him force their hand to fire his ass.
Yeah. It's one of those
if you want to keep coaching,
things,
take the trade.
It's one of those unfortunate things where you see everyone else sees what you're doing, and it's you not getting out of your own way, and you don't see it, and you won't stop getting out of your damn own way.
You know what it is? It's an addict. He's acting like an addict. Yep. Everybody see it but you. Then when it becomes clear to you, you'll make changes. And I can't see him like Pittsburgh would trade. The Saints would take him tonight. I mean, but why would he go to New Orleans? They're in cap hell. They don't have a quarterback. The place for him to go is the Giants. They need a coach.
Best place.
I can't think of a better place for him to go.
Giants are the best fit for him.
He would never go in division.
I think he would also do really well in Miami.
But would he go?
That's the thing. I think the Giants are, believe it or not, better suited for him than Miami is.
Yeah. Tomlin's not a Miami coach.
Mm-mm.
Just like we joked about their coach coming to Pittsburgh. Really? Really? He don't even wear long pants.
No.
He too pretty to coach in Pittsburgh. And Mike Tomlin, he wouldn't work in Miami.
No, I just ran through a bunch of the NFC teams too, and it's not.
It's the Giants.
There's nobody.
Because you got to look at what he wants to do. He wants to be a defensive coach. They have a hellfire start to the defense. He has a number one wide receiver. He has a tailback, and he has an up-and-coming quarterback. Yep. Why would you not want that job? That's the most attractive job in the league right now.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, granted, you signing up to go into a division with the Eagles, with Jalen Hurts, who has another 10 years.
Haven't you heard he's
Daniels, who's just starting. And Dak Prescott, who people love to hate, but the dude is just putting up numbers year after year. That's the division you're walking in. But you got a hell of a start. And again, your ego says that you're the best coach in the league. Now, granted, in that division, he would be the best coach.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he'd be very successful. Look, it's not that the guy can't coach. It's again this.
He can't.
I'll give you a perfect example of what I'm trying to say here. You signed Darius Slay. Darius Slay has been a zone system cornerback 90% of his career. I mean, everybody plays everything, but they primarily ran zone when he was with the Eagles. He comes over, signs with the Steelers. Naturally, great. Even if you just use him in zone, great. We use him in nothing but man, and he's 108 years old.
Yeah.
What
he's
are
not
you
even, he's
doing?
not even on the team anymore.
That's what I'm saying. It's those kind of decisions that I have a massive problem with. How much of this is on Omar too?
Well, I say not a lot because Mike Tomlin has more say than Omar.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at with it.
Yeah, so nothing. He can say no. Mike Tomlin has more say than the GM. This is part of the problem in Pittsburgh. You don't believe me? I don't know. Go ask Ben Roethlisberger.
Yep.
I trust him when he tell me. Go ask Chris Carter from the Post Gazette. I believe them when they tell me. They standing in the locker room.
Oh, that's it.
Doing it.
When you hear guys like Ben and James Harrison who have played and won with Mike. Now, you ask most players about their coaches that they've won a championship with. Don't you dare say bad about them. That's like a father figure to them. And oh my gosh, hearing that come out of their mouths is
and they're not
crazy.
And that's just it. They're not talking about him bad. They're trying to save him from himself. Ed Dulac said the same thing. Omar Khan ain't running his team. Mike Tomlin is. He retired now. No, Ed Boucher. I got the names mixed up. Bouchette, longtime Steelers beat reporter, retired now. He said the same thing. He said, this is Mike Tomlin. This is not Omar Khan. All y'all want to get mad at Omar. This is Mike. And that man he was in that locker room. He covered them when they were 5-11 when Noel was still coaching.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude been around forever. He's seen it all. So he knows what's going on. So, and it's Mike, save yourself from yourself. And I'm sorry, Mr. Rooney, you got to step up, be a man. Tell this motherfucker that you got to make changes. This is your team. You see what's going on. You grew up around football. But now we in the second generation of ownership. Things change. Now, what's going to happen? The third generation ownership, my old behind won't be around for. But you know what happens when the third group come in. If they want to relocate or build some, $10 billion stadium, you're going to have all kind of problems then, but that's probably 20 years down the road. But nonetheless, they need to save Mike Tomlin from himself, and that starts with Art Rooney. He need to go ahead and say something.
100%. All right, Mr. Willard, we've reached that time. Need a prediction. 6-6, tied with the Ravens, 6-6. Division is on the line Sunday. What are we doing?
Losing 27-13.
That's about what I was going to call it too.
I hope I'm wrong, but I'm just telling you, there's nothing about what I've seen to make me think I'm wrong. Pittsburgh will get 13 because we love to kick field goals. The Ravens will get 27 simply because Pittsburgh can't stop the run. Lamar Jackson's even hurt.
Yeah.
But our defense, TJ Watt's nowhere near living up to the contract he signed. And he getting double teamed, man, so is everybody else. I'm not even hear that shit. All the top guys you think they're not double teaming Myles Garrett? This fool got 19 sacks.
Yep.
This is the first year he's just hitting it. For some reason, he's getting a late prime going. So kudos to him. But we're getting beat 27-13. I would love to be wrong.
Yep.
But there's nothing I see that makes me think they have a chance to win.
No, I think best case scenario, we lose 20-13, meaning we kept it close for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, the game will be close because Pittsburgh don't score in the first quarter. The Ravens are going to run the ball. Pittsburgh hadn't scored more than 7 points in the first quarter in over 60 games. Come on, that's embarrassing. That tell you that you don't need to change. I ain't even going to get into their playoff records because that's irrelevant this year. But I see them losing 27-13 and still having a chance to win this damn division because the schedule gets easier after this week.
There you go. You heard it
you
here
got to play the
first.
Lions. The Lions are going to boat race them, but you got 3 wins in the Dolphins, the Browns, and the Ravens at home. It's crazy.
We're looking at a Steelers-Eagles Super Bowl. For Lou Willard, I'm Corey Idle. This is Six Rings and Counting, and we will talk to Yins on the flip side.